Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Integris Health, your health partner for life.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health. Opening segment brought to you by Dos Equis, the official import beer of OU Athletics. Go for Dos. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. 34-26 the final. Ole Miss comes out on top Saturday on Owen Field. Coach, I know it's not the result you were hoping for. You've had a day now to look back at the film and everything. Thoughts on Saturday?
Well, I hate it for our guys. They fought incredibly hard. That's the one thing that was really encouraging, just the fight. Certainly we put ourselves in a hole there at halftime and really have a great appreciation for how they came out in the second half. And there were some times there where we started complimenting each other for the first time in the game, and we took the lead momentarily. But when I look back at it, at the end of the day, there's pieces of the game that you take out of it, and having a chance to win. You didn't play your best football, where you still have a chance to win at the end of the game. Where we had our moments where, again, some of the smallest mistakes. We had another penalty on a kicking game, a return game, that we're going to have the ball in decent field position, and next thing you know, we're inside the 10, and next thing you know, we don't do a good job with our play selection, and we get a safety, and then they get a short field, and then they score a touchdown, and or field goal on that drive, and there's 5 points that you'd like to get back, be a little cleaner on your return game, and so you don't get the pin our offense inside the 10, so we don't get the safety, so we don't give them a short field, so we don't allow them to get a field goal, and then the turnover on the punt, the one turnover in the game that cost us another 3 points. We're on the wrong side of the penalties, and not to say they're right or wrong, but we get off the field on third down, and we get a roughing the quarterback penalty that we'll see what they say, because I think we should be on the right side of it, but that gives them another field goal. So all those things add up, and they're magnified, and when you're playing good people, it's a very good team. It really felt that going into the game, as I said in my post game, that third and short and fourth and short were going to decide the game. As long as there's just somebody didn't have 5 turnovers and somebody had 1. At the end of the day, if we're on the right side of those, we're going to like the result. And just the smallest detail. We had one late in the game where they have a 4th and 1. They decide to go for it on their own 35, and we had the call, we had the play, everything that we had was what we wanted, but we didn't have the detail within it. They were able to convert a quick throw to the flat on a little pick screen play that we get caught up in the trash, and our eyes are in the wrong place and falling back with the receiver that was in the route. And again, unfortunately, we have to learn from some really tough mistakes. Hate that for our guys. I felt like we were the better team, but at the end of the day, this is a game of performance and executing, and I thought they'd out-executed us, when it mattered the most. Their quarterback's an excellent player, even when you felt like everything should be right. I thought he made some really good plays with his legs. We needed to clean up some tackling. I thought that we were a little leaky in our tackling early. Defensively, we had no rhythm. Offensively, like we needed to have in the first half. I thought we played really well on defense on first and second down, a body of work, and then not what we needed to be, on third down particularly. But I think we had 6 yards of play. They averaged 5 yards of play. That's good enough for you on defense in most cases against a team of that caliber. And typically on offense, that's good enough. But we needed to be able to sustain drives on offense, and we weren't able to do that. And we didn't play well everywhere. I think that kind of goes without saying. And offensively in the first half, didn't run it like we needed to. We had a 3rd and short early. I don't know if that's our best 3rd and 1 call. In my opinion, it's not. We needed to be better and more ready there. So we give them the ball back and don't sustain drives. And to me, a play that we should be able to convert a 3rd and 1. We didn't convert a 4th and 2 early in the game and gave them a short field to go down and score on that, conversion on their part. So they were just better in some of the minutia than we were. But man, our guys had great fight. Have a great appreciation, for the fight and resolve that they showed. Again, we were 3 out of 3 in the red zone again, offensively. Unfortunately, they were 5 out of 5, and 2 touchdowns and 3 field goals. We need to be better and hold them to. We had a couple of other opportunities to hold them to field goals there, and if we do, that's the difference in the game. Xavier Robinson ran the ball with purpose. I thought that the offensive line, the second half, we started hatting them up and really doing some great things. I thought Ryan Fogier stepped in and played a really nice game. Fasusi had his hands full. Thought he did some really good things. A couple of plays, like you would expect, played like a freshman. Thought Eddie Pierre-Louis got in the game, and I thought he was really good. He was physical, played fast, knocked people back, sustained blocks. And Satania did some other good things, and we needed to be able to get open a little more. Burks did some good things. Mechanic had a couple of nice plays. The 4th and 5 that we went for late at the end, we probably chose the wrong guy to throw it to. We had a double move on the outside. We did have a little bit of space there. They were rolling over the top. Satania ran a little jerk route on the inside. He was wide open, and that would have given us the conversion. And just got to play a little cleaner. Got to play a little better. We're 6-2. We still have a good team. We got great leadership. We showed physicality. We showed toughness. We showed belief. And we got to coach them better, have them better prepared to be more detailed and more ready in those situations that I spoke about, so that we can execute at a higher level efficiently wise.
I want to spotlight some of your players and some of the key moments from this game. When we come back, you're watching Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Integris Health, your health partner for life. This week's game review is brought to you by Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of the Sooners.
Welcome back, everybody, to Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health. This segment sponsored by Groundworks, the preferred foundation repair company of the Sooners. Coach, of everything you mentioned in the first segment, I think you talked about this in your post game. It felt like the fumbled punt was kind of the momentum turner in the game. You're really charging there in the second half, and that sent things the wrong direction.
Yeah, and Isaiah has been fantastic, and even on that play, he was until he wasn't. And we're going to have the ball in excellent possession, field position-wise, and again, a ton of momentum, which is very real. They were on their heels. We'd just taken the lead, and who knows what would have happened, but they made a good play on the ball, and it's always the one you don't see.
Yeah. Thoughts on John Mateer's day?
Yeah, it was uneven, and he had some great moments. He had a couple of really good throws on money early in the game on the first touchdown throw, and he had a couple of good scramble plays, some good intermediate throws where he's really in rhythm. And we had a couple of read plays and some of our read game that we have opportunity to have good, successful plays. Who knows what it would have been, but we have people covered up and had it up, 8, 9, 10, 12-yard gains that helps you kind of get into a rhythm and take what's there and, again, get the defense on their heels. We had, on our side, we had on defense, the defensive side of the ball, there's 8, 9, 10, 12 play drives. They may have only got a field goal. They might have punted, but holding the ball, moving incrementally, the field position, getting them to tire out, so all those body blows become knockout blows potentially. Time of possession. Yeah. It makes a big difference, and so not where we need to be from a consistency standpoint and the cleanliness standpoint. That's a position that needs to play well in order to win, and I think that we could have played a little better there. When it's all said and done.
The way Xavier Robinson got going in the second half, it was about this time of the year last year that he really started to ramp things up. Fun to watch him run like that. What allows him to run through trash and be so effective?
I think he's got a good pace to him. I think he's got good power, but he has some patience to him, and I think he's an instinctual runner. And then again, a big, strong guy like that can run through some arm tackles, and the way we were sustaining the blocks better in the second half allowed him to, catch somebody that's a big, strong, powerful guy that's not quite fully disengaged from his block to have a hard time tackling him. And so he does a good job of getting north and south.
You mentioned Foje and Fasusi in the opening segment. First time in OU history that true freshman tackles in a game. Unfortunate the reason that I guess Ryan was pushed into duty, but boy, talk about the future of these two young men for you.
And then even Eddie Pierre-Louis, a redshirt freshman, so 3 freshmen out there. But to do what those guys are doing right now as true freshmen is not the norm. And they were far from perfect, but they were pretty dang good. And all things considered for Ryan, who, we had just a few days to move from guard, where he's been since he got here in January, to tackle and to be able to execute. It's pretty remarkable, to say the least. But I love their belief and their toughness. They're leaders. They're not passive in any way. They're super submissive when it comes to receiving encouragement and guidance from older guys, where sometimes some young guys are too cool for school and don't receive that well. They're very humble, but they also have great confidence in themselves too and their ability.
A couple more field goals for Tate Sandell, 14 in a row for him now. That's 9 field goals of 40 or more yards this year, which ties the all-time single-season OU record with Gabe Burkich already, with several games still to go. Good to have a kicker you can depend on.
No doubt. Wish we could have gotten him a few more opportunities. He's been a model of consistency since that first one. So, and then Grayson Miller was really good again. Again, 4 punts for over 50-yard average to help do his part in helping us create field position. So those guys have been fantastic.
Spotlight a couple of guys on defense jumped out to me. Cortland Guillory, another true freshman. Looked like he had a good day.
He did. He was. Again, his length and how hard he plays through the end of the play to finish. Some guys will play well early but don't always finish well. And he is a fighter. He's a competitor, and he's got tremendous toughness and pride to him.
Kendall Daniels, looks like we're going to telestrate one of his plays here in a bit, but he's coming on for you every game a little bit better and better.
Yeah, he's becoming a really strong leader. And he's done that through blending in with his teammates, earning their trust. Been very unique because I'm always guarded about a transfer that comes in. How do they transition, earn the respect of their teammates? Teammates receive them well. It's competition.
Sure.
They haven't been here. Do they state their opportunity too soon? Does the coach give them free access to that opportunity, or they got to go earn it? And he's been willing to show up every day since he got here and earn it, and then to watch his, to your point, his development and evolvement into the role that he has right now has come through diligence, consistency, and then you should see the talent that he has with the instincts, the football acumen, the intelligent piece, to be able to kind of put it all together with the depth of what we do has been a lot of fun. And we have tried to figure out how can we utilize his skill set best. And he's done a really good job of making plays for us.
We're going to look at the Coffee House Blitz coming up next segment. I say that right? Is that right?
Coffee
House Blitz? That's what my guys called it on the radio. We'll see. We'll see what Coach calls it when we come back. You're watching Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Taco Mayo. Tap the app and save up to 25% today. Air Comfort Solutions. Your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. One Oklahoma. Powered by Sooner Sports Properties. Fan-fueled, athlete-focused. Coach Venables' Film Breakdown is brought to you by Community Coffee. Family-owned Community Coffee, the official brewed coffee of OU Athletics. Taste the difference family makes.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health. Favorite segment every week, our Telestration segment, brought to you by Community Coffee. Got some explosive plays on offense in this one, Coach. We're going to take a look at both of them. Starting here in the second quarter, second play of the second quarter, the Isaiah Satania touchdown.
Yeah, so we've got a little mesh play here that we're running with, got your guys underneath, trying to draw people outside of those windows here. And they're running some kind of I think they miscommunicated. They got both guys running to that back. Boy, they sure thought he was getting the ball, didn't they? And but what happens here, I don't know the depth of everything, but they're playing man, and we got several guys that end up coming free. John feels a little bit of pressure here. We get an up and under by the tackle. Not everything's going to always be perfect. He does a good job. You see him waving on Centennial to keep coming. All right, come back to the window here. John throws it, before he gets to the window, and we catch it. And certainly you see his explosiveness. They've got good fast players too, and off to the races. They're great play, good patience by John and using his feet and his instincts to buy time. And again, as you see here, he's not yet cleared the window, and he's throwing the ball. And does a really good job kind of changing the angle of the throw. And that's what John can do, just a playmaker.
Nobody's going to catch him either. By the way, Jaron Canick was wide open.
Yeah, he was wide open on the other side.
Dealer's choice. Okay, Xavier Robinson, third quarter, gets it going with a 65-yarder here.
Yeah, so, again, this is 5:57 to go. We're down 13-25. We need something. We need to put together a good drive. First play of the drive. I wish they would have went about 12 plays.
Defense needed a breather, didn't they? Yeah.
But we'll take it whenever we can get it. But we run a zone opposite here. So I think they might be anticipating a zone this way. Reach blocks, if you will, with the back over here. We have a good play design where we're going to block down and let this guy get downhill. And so they've got a light box is what I would call. They're trying to bring this guy down late into the D gap. He's got this gap. He's got this gap. This play, by design, the design, it gets these guys out of their gaps. Okay, you see, he's in this guy's gap now. He's kind of getting covered up by the guard, or the center rather, and so now we've built a wall, with some access here for the back. Xavier's got really good instincts. And what I like is just kind of covering the people up, maintaining contact through the echo of the whistle. And a good back is going to make you look good. And even here, when things aren't always going perfect and the guy's kind of falling in there late, they're not strong enough, okay, to be able to get Xavier down. And again, you got good people that you're dealing with up front. So I like the physical strain at the point of attack here, covering people up, continuing to fight. All right, and Caden Helms, look at him, man. Just stay after this guy, and he's gotten better and better and better, and knocking this guy off the ball, and then look at the second level strain here, okay, by Satania, and again, you're like 4 seconds into the play now, and he's doing a great job of maintaining contact through the echo of the whistle, and so's Giovanni Gibson here, and those are as big a plays. Him at the away from the point of attack, 5 away from the point of attack, and certainly 11 away from the point of attack, let alone the guys interiorly. And then, again, the toughness that Xavier's running from, and he's playing against good people right there.
Big boy can run, too.
No doubt.
He's slimmed down a little bit this year, which may have added to his speed. Okay, the guys on the radio called this they love this play by Kendall Daniels. Right. Tell me about what happened here.
We're 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's 3rd and 9. It's 20-25. And within striking distance, we got them backed up on their end of the field. We need to make a play. We have a man-to-man call here. Looks like we have some kind of a spy component going on, a little interior twist. And they try it, and first time we saw all year, they try an inside screen. And so he does a really good job as a late spy guy of being in this window, and he sees the guy release. We tell them if those guys release vertically on these third downs, because we're an aggressive defense, come right off their butt and chase them to the side in which they're going, and that'll take you to the ball. And so he does it from a textbook teaching standpoint, what you want. And even though the defender is here, in coverage, the man-to-man defender. Again, we really work hard on a screen game, generally speaking, because we see a lot of it from a lot of opponents because of the complexity of the things that we do. So great recognition by Kendall here, right on time. We're able to get the ball back, to our offense here and end up scoring. So
the delay there, you see Kendall kind of at the snap. He looks to the sidelines. Everybody else is going except for him. That's by design.
Yeah, and it ends up, putting him from a timing standpoint, putting him right in the receiver's lap here on the screen, because of the delay.
Yeah. How many different blitzes you got in the playbook?
I don't know. I wish I would have used all the right ones last night.
Well, that's well drawn up. This play right here, the momentum is going in your direction. You force a punt on this to try to get the ball back. You do get the ball back and take the lead, I believe, on the touchdown from there. So, again, you got the crowd roaring, too. Boy, your crowd was fantastic on Saturday, weren't they?
They were so awesome.
A weather day where it could have been a little muted the enthusiasm.
Yeah, no, they were fantastic and really did. They impacted the game. I wish we could have done more to help him celebrate afterwards.
Yeah. When Kendall Daniels, talk about just a little bit his versatility, where you can put him in all kinds of different areas.
Yeah, no, he literally can man up anybody they have over on their offense. He can play the A gap. We play him in space a lot. We've evolved to some of the things that we're doing where he's in the interior box as well. From a personnel standpoint, just he matches up with his length, his pass rush ability, his instincts to play behind the ball. He understands block recognition, so he's in there. He's not. I've had twinkle toes DBs that come into those boxes and they don't like all those big guys falling all over their feet. He's very natural in that space, and as well as being, plays the half field, plays the third, plays man to man. He can really do a lot.
That's a collision with a big old boy. Daquan Wright's going to be an NFL tight end.
Yeah,
too.
no doubt. Yeah.
Kendall Daniels ran right through it.
Yeah. So
right.
He prayed at dinner he was chosen to pray, and he finished the prayer by, "Hey, please forgive us about what we're getting ready to do to some of these offensive guys tomorrow." I thought it's pretty funny.
All right, we'll talk about the showdown with the Tennessee Volunteers when we come back. You're watching Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Integris Health, your health partner for life. The Opponent Breakdown is brought to you by One Oklahoma, powered by Sooner Sports Properties, fan-fueled, athlete-focused.
Welcome back again, everybody, to Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health. We're going to look ahead at next week's opponent. This segment brought to you by One Oklahoma, powered by Sooner Sports Properties, fan-fueled, athlete-focused. The Tennessee Volunteers on the road this Saturday night. You got a 6:30 primetime kick in Neyland Stadium. Coach Josh Heupel, Joey Aguilar, another high-powered offense you got to try to slow down here.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Great environment that we're going to play in. Some stadiums have a lot of people in them, and they don't make a whole lot of noise. This is exact opposite. They got a whole lot of people making a whole lot of noise, and it's gonna. Our players are gonna. They look forward to that, and the challenges of that. Great pageantry, history and tradition that they have there. They're very good on offense. They've really been incredibly accurate and consistent in creating explosive plays in their throwing game and their running game, for that matter. Great offense. Aguilar's playing out of his mind. He's a very good player. Throws a great deep ball, and looks to be like a really good leader defensively. I think they have 5 defensive touchdowns, which might be the most in the NCAA. They've got an excellent staff that's super aggressive. They've recruited well. Have a top-notch roster. And a great opportunity for us to get back on track. Another week of being a great challenge. Again, normalize it. That's this conference, and we got to figure out in these close ball games how to be on the right side of it. The right side of the flag, the right side of the conversion, the right side of the leveraging coverage, the right side of the tackling. In the A gap. And when we do, you just get a few of them to go your way. We have a chance to win.
Losses sting, but you go get one on the road Saturday and rip off 3 or 4 in a row here, and the whole world looks a little different to everybody. Site, by the way, Neyland Stadium, site of one of the most memorable games in OU football history about a decade ago. So
Yeah.
we'll see if we can go get another one of those on Saturday night. Coach, thanks as always.
Yeah, appreciate it,
Good luck
Toby.
to you
Thank
this
you.
week. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, the highlights from Ole Miss and Oklahoma on Saturday. You're watching Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health.
Thank you to our cornerstone television partners, OU Health, OG&E, Fowler Auto Group, and Coca-Cola. We want to thank all of our Sooner Radio Network affiliates across the state and region. Fans can check out Soonersports.com for an affiliate in your area. And if you're traveling outside the state of Oklahoma, you can listen to all the action on either SiriusXM Radio or download the Varsity Network app and listen free.
Welcome back once again, everybody, to Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health. Let's take a look back now at the highlights of Ole Miss's 34-26 victory over the Sooners. I'm joined by my radio crew now, Teddy Lehman, Chris Plank, and Gabe Eichert.
The Sooners win the toss, Toby. They'll defer. We'll be kicking it away.
Total 11, and we are underway on a Saturday morning in Norman. Chambliss in the gun. There's the snap. Handoff. Nope. Quick throw across the middle. Slant pattern. That's caught. First down across the 40. Stribbling again. 14-yard gain. Ole Miss wants to go fast. They're over the ball already. Chambliss. Handoff Lacey. Veers right. Upended as he crosses the 45. Chambliss claps his hands. Fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Has time. Deep down the seam. He's got a man. Caught at the Sooner 30. Trick formation. They got three to the right. Little ninja, mini ninja, and Chambliss is going to run it himself for not much. He faked the handoff, then kept it. Now Ole Miss sprints to the line. Double tight ends, both wing left. One of them in motion, left to right. There's the snap. Rolling right, Chambliss. Looking to throw, does toward the sideline, incomplete. Chambliss going to look back at the sidelines. He's got Lacey with him in the backfield. They'll go for it a lot on fourth down, but they got a great field goal kicker. They're in field goal range. Lacey sent in motion. It's an empty set. Chambliss straight drop, looks left, throws left. It is broken up. Great play. Guillory. Cortland Guillory on the pass intended for Dejon Stribling. Broke it up for the first points of the game. Snap back, hold down. Kick is away. It's got the distance, and it is good. 2nd and 9. Blaylock moved to the right of Mateer. Snap. Mateer to throw for the first time. Looks middle, throws across. That's caught by Canick at the 31-yard line for this 3rd and 3 play. Mateer's got it. He'll run it himself to the right. Got a lead blocker. Has the first down across the 35 to the 36. He had big Ryan Foje leading the way out there on the edge. Mateer asks for the football. He's got it. Fakes the handoff. Going to throw deep down the near sideline. Looking for Satania. He caught it. He caught it at the 25. His jersey was being tugged on, and he hung on to the football. 42-yard try for Sandell. Ball right in the middle of the field. Snap good, hold down, kick is away, driving kick, and it is good. 13 straight for Tate Sandell. And the two teams trade 3. Man in motion is Alexander. Chambliss has it, fakes the handoff, looks left, throws left. It is incomplete, broken up by Cortland Guillory. Chambliss gonna pass. Looks right, hit as he throws deep down the near sideline, incomplete. He was blown up by R. Mason Thomas right as he let that ball go. Owen Field in full throat. Sooners showing blitz. Snap, they bring pressure. Chambliss picked up, lets it fly deep down the far sideline. Great throw and catch. It's Harrison Wallace in Sooner territory around the 30. Game tied at 3. Chambliss to throw. Does. Quick pass deflected. Incomplete. Reggie Powers got a hand on it. Reggie Powers' dad stopped by the pregame show today. Looks like he could play. Handoff Lacey over the right side. Has a hole. 25. Watch out. Bounced it outside. And he's going to go. Kewan Lacey touchdown. Quickly over the ball. They go empty. Now they're going to shift. Overload left. All the pass catchers left side of the formation. Handoff Lacey, and he has nowhere to go. There's a tackle for loss. Haven't seen many of those yet today. 3rd and 3. Rebels have started 3 of 4 on 3rd downs at their own 47-yard line. Minute and a half to go first quarter. Pistol formation. Man in motion. Low snap. Chambliss has to just fall on it. And it'll be 4th down. No switch into the field. Ole Miss wins the first 15, 10-3. Sooners have it 2nd and 4 when we come back.
Game highlights are presented by Riverwind Casino. Always a good time.
Robinson in, and now he's sent out. Empty set, 3rd and 3. Mateer to throw. Looking, holding, throws across the middle. Got a man. Watch out, 40. Down the sideline, Satania. It's a race, 40, 35, 30. They're not going to get him. Isaiah Satania to the house. Touchdown. 67 yards to Isaiah Satania. Chambliss. Handoff Lacey again.
Good job.
Up the middle, nowhere to run this time. Smacked by Reggie Powers. 2nd and 9. Chambliss 7 of 12 passing for 96 yards so far. Sooners bring pressure. Back to pass. Picked up. Steps up. Trying to get away. And he can't. He's sacked. Marvin Jones got it. That's his first sack of the year. Chambliss in the gun with Lacey to help in the backfield. He's got it. Going to hand it off to Lacey up the middle. Wrapped up across the 40. Out to the 43.
We're on the 2-yard line now.
1st and 12 and a half. Mateer now in the end zone. Hands it off. Blaylock sweeping right. Got to get out of the end zone. He didn't get there. It's a safety. Handoff. Torrey Blaylock sweeping right. Could not get out of the end zone. Safety puts Ole Miss back in front. Sooners look like they might want to bring pressure here, and they do. Back to pass. Now he's going to run it himself. Chambliss bounces outside. Got away from Wine. In the open field, 45 and out of bounds. He's got the first. Sends Lacey out again. Chambliss has it. Look middle, throws middle. It's caught on the run at the 30-yard line. It's Harrison Wallace, and it's a first down to the 20.
Full blitz with the drop end.
Lacey caught in the backfield for a loss by Kip Lewis this time. A 3-yard loss back to the 23. Chambliss, 5 on the play clock. He's got it. Straight drop, looking middle.
Come on.
Under pressure. Rolls right. He's going to run with it. Racing Reggie Powers to the corner. He got there, and he duns down the sidelines and out of bounds. Under center for the first time, Chambliss with Lacey deep. Has it. Fakes the handoff. Rolls right. Chambliss looking end zone. Throws end zone incomplete. Too high for Deuce Alexander. Lacey in the backfield with Simmons. Let's see what's up here. In the shotgun. 2nd and goal from the 5. Simmons going to throw. Does. End zone. Too high. Incomplete for Stribling.
They probably should have kept the other quarterback back there. He threw it over his head. He had him. No kidding.
Empty. Trips left. 2 tights right. Snap. Simmons looks right. Looks middle. Throws back of the end zone. Incomplete. Too high again.
Nice challenge.
4th and goal.
That's a win. Force a field goal.
Carnero on to try to make it a 5-point Rebels lead. 22-yard field goal from the right hash is good. Sooners from their own 25 left to right. Send Deion Burks in motion. Mateer's got it. Looking left, throws it out to the flat. Caught Xavier Robinson out to the 30 and out of bounds. They got 5. 2nd down and let's call it 4. Mateer, play action, rolling right. Looking, throws short. Comeback catch made by Deion Burks all the way out at the 47. Really nice pitch and catch there for 17. From the 46, handoff Robinson. Cuts it up. Barrels a Ole Miss linebacker to the 49. He got 3. Mateer, straight drop. They bring pressure. He throws it out to the edge. That's caught out there. Javani Gibson met as soon as he caught the football and falls forward into Ole Miss territory for a short gain to the 48. He got 3. Sooners 2 for 4 on 3rd downs thus far. Mateer looks out to Deion Burks, gives him a hand signal. Then he sends Satania in motion. Rolling right, throwing right. Satania keeps his feet, now falls at the 46. Got 2, needed 4. Under center goes Mateer. Something's up here. Deep is Blaylock. In motion, Kearney. Snap. Mateer fakes the handoff. Rolls right. Under pressure. Can't get away. And he's sacked. Thrown down by Princewell Umami-Ellen back at midfield. And the 4th down conversion fails. Luke Haas, Oklahoma High School product in the game at tight end. He's in the backfield. Man in motion. Fake handoff. Up the middle goes Chambliss. Push sideways. Well defended. Ole Miss just stopped the Sooners on downs. Oklahoma trying to return the favor. They go trips and a bunch left. From the 42, snap, Chambliss, quick throw, underneath screen, caught, it's a first down. Harrison Wallace dives up in there and takes it down to the 36, a gain of 6. 15-10, Ole Miss in front. Chambliss takes the wide snap, keeps it himself up the middle, nowhere to go, he's dropped for a loss. That play was a little wobbly from the beginning. Sammy Omosigho made him pay for it in the shotgun. Chambliss has the football, looks left now, rolls to his right. Looking to throw, does deep downfield. What a throw. Caught at the 20, keeps his feet at the 15, wrapped up at the 9-yard line. Caden Lee from the 8. 1:43 to go in the half. Chambliss. Handoff Lacey, looking for running room over the right. Nothing there. Lost a yard to the 9. And they got some offensive linemen in the backfield, or defensive linemen. Will Eccles and Jamarius Brown in the backfield as lead blockers for Lacey. Wildcat snap. Up the middle goes Lacey. Bounces left. Untouched into the end zone. Touchdown. 2-yard touchdown run. Keywan Lacey, his second of the day. 30 minutes gone by. The visitors from Oxford on top at halftime. 22-10.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Riverwind Casino, the official entertainment destination of OU Athletics. OU Fan Shop, the best place to gear up for game day is shop.soonersports.com. Sooner Kids Club. Log on to Soonersports.com/kids for information about joining the Kids Club presented by OG&E and brought to you in part by Devon Energy. Game highlights are presented by Riverwind Casino. Always a good time.
Trinidad Chambliss looks back at the sideline. He's got Keywan Lacey in the backfield with him. Chambliss to throw on first down. Has a pocket. Now he's scrambling, being chased back into his end zone. Lets it fly near side, incomplete. Chambliss claps his hands, takes the football, looks right,
nice.
Batted down. Owen Heineke knocked it right back in his face. 2 good plays by Owen Heineke. You got a running back in the backfield. That's Trinidad Chambliss. Wide snap, ball's loose on the field. Picked it up, and he's down at the 15. A ridiculous, stupid call by Lane Kiffin. They got a 12-point lead at their own 25, and he went for it. He made in the first half from this exact number. This one on the left hash. Snap good, hold is down, kick is away, and it is good again. 14 in a row. Daquan Wright comes in to help block. Snap, Chambliss, 4-man rush, has a pocket. Looks across the middle, lets it fly. Sliding catch made out across the 40. Chambliss has it. Looks left, fires it out. Got a guy wide open in Sooner territory who slips and falls. Winston Watkins. Deuce Alexander wide out in motion right to left. Chambliss fakes the handoff.
Good job.
Deep down the middle, it is incomplete. 3 wide receivers set. Chambliss has it. Going to run it himself up the middle, surrounded and stopped. Dropped for a loss back at the 15. David Stone.
Yeah, and a heck of an individual effort there.
Carnero to try to make it a 12-point lead again. Snap is away, kick is up, and it is good. Sooners from the 35. John Mateer has it. Handoff Robinson. Bounces right. Plows ahead. Keeps his feet still on the go. 40. 45. Watch out. In the open field. Xavier. 35-30. He's to the 20. It's a race. They're not going to get it. Touchdown. 65 yards. Xavier Robinson. And the Sooners are back in it. From the 25. A 1-possession game again.
Loudest this stadium's been all day long, guys.
Chambliss in the gun with Lacey on his left hip. Sends right in motion. Snap, wide snap, fake handoff, ball batted in the air, it is incomplete. Compact formation. Right in motion, right to left, Chambliss has it. Handoff Lacey, running right, met in the hole, knocked sideways, he got 1. Kendall Daniels standing right over the center. Bunch trips left. Lacey sent in motion, Chambliss has it. Looking left, lets it fly underneath, screen, caught, dropped, incomplete. Threw it to right. Kendall Daniels smashed it. And it's a 3-and-out. Mateer's got it. Fakes the handoff this time. Fakes the throw. Now he cuts it down short. Burks has it with room. 40. 45. Outside. 50. That should be the first down. Kanik in motion. Mateer's got it. Handoff Robinson up the middle. Goes left, has room. 45. Spun around. He got 7. Flag down. Face mask. 1st and 10 Sooners in Ole Miss territory. Mateer. Play action. Looks in zone. Now pulls it down. Rolls right. Wants to run it himself. 25. 20. Outside he goes Mateer. 15. Bang down around the 12. Snap. Handoff. Robinson up the middle to the 5. To the 2. Touchdown! Xavier Robinson right up the gut of the Rebels. And the Sooners lead it. From the 3. In motion, left to right. Blaylock the back. Snap. Mateer rolling right, looking, throwing. It's incomplete. Threw it a little too low for Torrey Blaylock. Incomplete. 2-point conversion fails. 4 fingers in the air. We got a good one today on Owen Field. 3rd and 8. This is the 18th third down try of the game for Ole Miss. They're 8 of 17. 3rd and 8 from the 16. Chambliss has it. Steps up in the pocket, wants to run it himself. Does, dances right. Pistol formation, tight pistol. Lacey right behind Chambliss. It is a handoff. Lacey dances right, slips, knocked backwards. That'll be a loss of a yard. Right, the tight end is wing right. Chambliss has it, fakes the handoff. Back to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws late, wide open man, and that's a touchdown. It's the backup quarterback in to run this 2-point play from the 3. He's got it. Back to pass, looks middle, fires middle, incomplete. Through the hands of the tight end, Caleb Odoms. Only on the field for 1:17, and they got the ball back here for their offense. There's the snap, there's the punt. Toward the far sideline, Satania, no fair catch, caught it at the 30. Up the sideline, 35. 40, here's midfield, jumps over a man, 45, and balls out, and Ole Miss is on it. In motion, right to left goes Lacey. He fakes the handoff. Chambliss runs it right up the middle, and he is dropped for a loss of 3. 2nd and goal from the 13. In motion, Lacey, handoff Lacey up the middle. He's met in the backfield, and he's dropped and popped backwards. For Carnero, snap back. Hold is down. Kick is up, and it is good. Back to pass on 2nd down. Mateer rolling right, gotta hurry, looking, throws, caught. Xavier Robinson, 1st down, 30, 35, down the sidelines and out of bounds. Snap, Mateer across the middle, caught by Kanik, out to the 45, 46. Mateer in the shotgun, asks for the football, he's got it. Looks right, throws across the middle, caught. 1st down, Satania to the 45 of Ole Miss. Clock stops with 16. Likely the final play of this one from the Ole Miss 45. Mateer, straight drop. Waiting, lets it fly deep down the middle, trying to get it to the end zone. It's knocked down, incomplete, and that's the ball game. Ole Miss comes into Norman and hangs on. Final score today, Rebels 34, Sooners 26. Oklahoma suffers their 2nd defeat of the season.
Thanks for watching Sooner Football with Brent Venables, everybody. Coming up this week as we get set for the matchup with Tennessee, we got the Rudy shows on Monday night. Make sure you're watching the Huddle and Coach Venables radio show there. Coach's Corner with our assistant coaches coming up on Thursday as well. Radio broadcast will start at 3:30 Central Time, Saturday afternoon, live from Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. What a matchup this will be. Once again this week, similar to the Ole Miss game, you've got one of the most high-powered offenses in America. Tennessee leads the SEC in points per game. Their quarterback, Joey Aguilar, leads the SEC in yards passing per game. And then, of course, you've got the Oklahoma defense, which ranks number 1 in virtually every SEC defensive category. Great showdown. Over 100,000 people will be there. What a setting it'll be. And Oklahoma goes on the road to try to pick up a big victory in conference play. And we'll see you here next week on Sooner Football with Brent Venables. Boomer Sooner, everybody.